Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. I was not expecting today to be day 1 of patch 3.19 spoiler season. I was expecting that would be next Monday, 3 days from now. However, it turns out that GGG have come out with things a little bit earlier than I was expecting. So firstly, we got 2 pieces of official news today, and then there's some leaks we want to discuss. The official news is that the name of the expansion is going to be Lake of Kalandra, as you can see in the background here. And it's really hard to say much about that other than that it presumably has some sort of connection to mirroring items. I'm suspecting that there will be new sources of mirrored items potentially, and also some imperfect copies of rare items. Maybe you'll be able to get access to a weaker version of a Mirror of Kalandra that firstly annuls the item and then mirrors it afterwards. Or something along those lines. Something that's meaningfully worse than a real mirror, but that is also potentially quite good. We'll have to see whether I'm right or not. That is just purely speculation based upon the name. The second piece of news that is official is that the Balance Manifesto is coming out next week. Now, the Balance Manifesto is a document that generally outlines all of the nerfs that are coming with the expansion. This is separate to the patch notes. The patch notes will detail both the nerfs and any buffs. So for example, if Grinding Gear Games decided that the Occultist is too weak at the moment and the Trickster is too strong, and that they were going to decrease the numerical effects of all the nodes on the Trickster by 50%, and they were also going to add some new ridiculously overpowered things to the Occultist, then at that point, all of the Occultist changes would not be in this, and all the Trickster ones would be. And of course, much more likely would be that it would go the other way around, because right now, Occultist is one of the strongest ascendancies, and Trickster is dumpster tier. The Balance Manifesto will be the day that everyone will say the sky is falling. It's always a lot of fun. If you want to have a little bit of a laugh over on the Path of Exile subreddit, that's the Balance Manifesto. That's coming out next week. But there is a credible leak. I am not sure that this leak is real or anything like it, but there is a document going around that is somewhat credible. I've discussed this at length on a Twitch stream. I'll put a link to the VOD down in the description below. But basically, this document is being shared around amongst a number of players. The story, and I don't know if this is true, is that someone on the Chinese server leaked the Balance Manifesto, which is obviously already being translated into Chinese, which would have to happen. So someone on the Chinese server then leaked it, and then someone who is not a professional translator, and for whom Chinese is their first language and English is very much a second language, has then come along and translated it into English. However, there have been a couple of troll edits made to this, and you'll definitely see those if you watch my stream over on Twitch, but I will put that down in the description below. And that way you can make up your own mind whether you want to watch leaked information or not, and also if you decide that you do want to watch it, then you can make up your own mind whether you think it's real or not. Broadly speaking, I think it's a reasonable chance of being real, but I'm certainly not going to make any wagers on that. That's all I've got. May your Valobs have interesting results.